Hey guys, it's Damien with the 260 Show. Welcome back. This week we have Jordyn with the Jordyn Show on TikTok. She has 200 and some thousand followers, 5 million likes. This one should be pretty good. Thanks for everybody watching. Go like it and subscribe to this video. Hey guys, welcome back to the 260 Show. Today we have Jordyn, influencer, whatever.
If you'd like to call me that.
Started back in 2020, was it?
Yeah, 2021. Yeah. Around that time. You know, the COVID era. Had to figure out something to do.
That's what I thought. I started watching you around then.
Which is insane to think that you cared that much.
I don't know. So one day you came across my For You page, and I thought it was like the best thing ever.
It was probably what I eat in a day as a fat bitch.
Yeah, I think it was. And I think it was, I think the biggest thing was the bagel with the cream cheese
and
with the salami, because I've done that.
Really?
I swear to God.
You're the first person that says they've ever tried it before they saw my video.
No, I swear to God.
I grew up on that. So when it blew up, I was like, what are you guys talking about? Doesn't everyone eat this?
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's because I love salami.
Me too. I love salami. A good summer sausage.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Okay, so let's tell everybody a little bit about yourself and all that good stuff.
Okay. So I'm Jordyn. I'm 26. Like Damien said, I started in social media around 2020 when, COVID, you needed to find something to do with yourself. And I'd like to think that I'm pretty funny, so I just started posting my life. I am a normal person who works a normal insurance job day to day, but just found myself posting videos that other people could either relate to or just thought it was funny. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it was really nice to build a community around just people liking you, who you are, what you have to say, and thinking you're funny. It was definitely a confidence booster. So it definitely started as a hobby and quickly turned into something that, I get to make money from now.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a really cool thing to learn how to do, but it came with its frustrations.
I think with COVID and all that kind of stuff, I think everybody really didn't have much to do or whatever, so it was like...
I mean, everyone was on it,
Yeah, everybody was doing all the dances and all that kind of stuff, so...
And it's crazy, too, that it started out... I feel like that's what TikTok was known for, is it was like a kids dancing app.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we all fell into this COVID era where what do we do with our time? So I think we all went over there, and it quickly has kind of taken over the world. You know what I mean? Who isn't on TikTok? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Got a PhD in maturity. He's proud of that one.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit before this, and it's like, I mean, sometimes you can't go down rabbit holes and just spend like an hour, maybe 2 hours just...
It can be, well, not only that, you can go down a rabbit hole, but then it also can be like just scary. Like you can, whatever you're thinking of at the time, you can find an answer for on TikTok. It really truly is Google.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Video, yeah.
Anything.
So today I came with notes for the very first time because there's a million things that I would like to know, and I think a lot of your followers and everybody would. How many followers did you have on your first account?
Okay, so my first account, which was Dump Truck Jordyn, I had 606,000 followers before the account was deleted.
Do you remember how many likes? You're at 5 million likes or something right now.
18.
18 million likes.
Yeah. It was a big number.
And they took it down last year?
Was it last year? Last September, October?
Around there?
I think.
Last year time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been just about a year now that I've only had the one account.
Yeah. So now it's like...
I think we're at...
You're like 100 or 200...
205.1 with 6 million likes. Nowadays.
Yeah, so you're trying to get everybody that did. I mean,
I definitely wish I could just go back in time and have that old account. Because, I mean, who doesn't want 606,000 followers?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I've learned having this smaller account, if you can call 200,000 people small, these are the people that want to be there. You know what I mean?
You don't get all the dumb.
Yeah. So I feel like my engagement is better on this smaller account.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, that's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
What got you, I mean, started?
On TikTok in general?
Yeah, was it just...
I think it was... I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to sound so like I'm full of myself. I think I'm literally the greatest person ever. I'm funny and talented, and I don't know how I'm not famous.
Right.
Like, I'm not just talking about TikTok. I genuinely believe that one day I'm going to be a movie star. Mm-hmm. Or not necessarily a movie star, but I'm
maybe a comedian?
There's something bigger for me.
Have you thought about doing a night at the comedy club?
I've thought about it, but at the same time, if you've ever seen my TikTok, I mean, I don't know if one, they'd allow me. I mean, I'm kind of inappropriate. And two... I think
all stand-up people are.
Yeah, that's true.
I think so.
That's true.
I think so, like, yeah.
Very true. And then at the same time, if you've seen any of my TikToks, what am I going to talk about? You know what I mean? You already watched me on TikTok, and sometimes that's, like, hard to think of. What am I going to say to
I don't know.
A group of people?
I'm sure you could think of something.
I'm sure I could, and I bet you I'd be pretty good at it if I actually tried, but I'd have to try.
I was watching some of your videos last week, and looked like Chelsea Lynn commented on one of your TikToks. Have you seen that? Trailer Trash Tammy or whatever. You don't know who she is?
No. That's going to sound terrible.
Really?
I have no idea who that is. We have to pull her up now. What's her name?
I think it's under Chelsea Lynn as her... is under the TikTok.
This one.
Yes,
okay, yes. I know who she is.
Yeah. She commented on one of your...
Did she really?
Yes.
Oh, how fun.
I'll have to find it, yeah.
Yeah, you will. I know that sounds like crazy. Like, I mean, she has a lot of followers, and like we look at her like she's a celebrity. But like, imagine this. Sam Smith used to follow me on my older account, like the singer. I was the only person Lizzo followed for a minute.
Right.
How many comments had I gotten from celebrities? Like, I know that sounds like crazy and like full of myself, but it's hard to keep up with those comments. Like, half the time people are coming to me like, didn't you see so-and-so liked your video or reposted it? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Just because you truly, you can't keep up with those things. I mean, if you saw my notifications, it just says 99 plus all the time. Always.
Her, like, when I saw her comment, I was like, that's, like, perfect, like, with what, I mean, you're just funny, so.
Well, I appreciate it. I think so, too.
I'll have to just find that and send it to you. What's your favorite influencer?
Oh, goodness. I feel like it switches a lot. I really, really like Mama Jill. I don't know if you know who that is. She's a little bit younger than me, but she also recently went through like a really big weight loss transformation. That is not what her page is about at all. She actually prefers not to talk about her body.
Right.
But she just kind of lives her life, and I really like her. I don't know. I'd have to go through my following. But I'm just kind of like everyone else. I mean, if you're on my For You page and you're funny, I'm following. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I need to relate to it.
Yeah, I don't think I don't even think I want to say how many people I follow.
I mean, I follow...
I think that's all I do is follow people.
And I know people care about, like, their following to follower ratio.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about that, because it's definitely more, not to be offensive, younger crowd that's going to care about that. But I think I follow, like, close to 2,000 people. Like, I do not care. If you're funny...
I'm way past that.
If you're funny, I'm on it.
Yeah.
On it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do people recognize you around, like, Fort Wayne or, like, when you guys travel or whatever?
The furthest I've ever had anyone say anything to me was in Florida. Or not Florida, South Carolina, when I was there with some friends on vacation. But since this new account, I get, and especially since my content has changed, I get approached a lot less, and I think that's just because people are more nervous because my videos aren't centered around like my what I eat in the day and being so funny all of the time. But when it was my old account and I was consistently posting every day what I eat in a day videos, I mean, you can ask him. We couldn't go anywhere without at least one person being like, yeah, are you from TikTok? And I mean, while we're eating dinner, whether we're walking through the mall, what it is, we were at the deck this summer. We were drinking with friends, and I think there was 4 people that took a picture with me. Like, I mean, it's incredible, and it feels so good, but at the same time, it's like, how did that happen to me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then going back to what I said before, I knew this was going to happen to me.
Yeah. Well, what is it like with like the TikTok trolls or whatever? Or you don't even you don't even mess with them.
I'd love to say that I pay them no mind, but I would be lying. That is the hardest part about social media, and if anyone says anything differently, they are lying. You can be the strongest person in the entire world until someone tells you that your life isn't worth anything.
Right.
And when you get those messages constantly and you get those comments constantly, regardless of how strong you think you are, that soaks in subconsciously. You know what I mean? So the last 2 years have definitely been the hardest because you don't realize those things are affecting you until they do. So I'd love to say that I pay them no mind, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I look at every comment. I look at every DM. I wish I could just push it away. But the reality is, I mean, if you have someone commenting on your appearance, on your body, on the way that you look, on what you think, your political views, how you stand on subjects A, B, and C, I mean, it's hard not to care. You know what I mean? Regardless of how much you don't want to please everyone or don't care about pleasing everyone, you do. Like, it sucks. And especially when I get the comments of someone being upset with something I posted. Like, yeah, that sucks. Like, there's a lot of people that really struggle.
Like in your funny stuff or...
And some of my funny stuff, but even some of my real stuff. Like, people are like, you should have put a trigger warning, or this just sent me into a spiral. And in your mind, I know you think, like, that's not my fault. But when you hear that over and over and over again, like, it really does affect you. Because you don't want to make people feel that way.
Yeah.
But it just happens. And I would love to be like, I don't know if I can swear on this, but fuck you, grow up. It's not what happens. Especially when it's constant. You know what I mean? So that's hard. And then you have DMs, which are people are even more brave because it's not a public platform.
Like me.
Exactly. You slid in, you were like, well, first, let's just talk about the facts.
I don't know how.
You should know at first. I showed my husband and I was like, I wonder if this guy's fake. Like, really, truly, I was like, what does he mean a podcast? Because your TikTok, there's not a whole lot on there.
No, and
how do I know you're not?
How do I know
I've
got like saltwater fish.
Exactly.
And,
so
and cars.
I was like, what are you talking about? So then you finally messaged me on Instagram, and I was like, maybe I'll take this guy seriously. So then I did my own research, and I was like, he does have a podcast.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But DMs are just crazy. I mean, people think they can say whatever the fuck they want to you, when they want, and it's okay. And then when you have DMs of people who care about you and want to talk to you, you need to respond to them now, or you're rude. And it's just an unmanageable, like, expectation.
I got lucky.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. It was even in the filtered. I even was going through the filtered. That's how I saw it.
What's
There's
that
like
mean?
multiple, like, I have DMs, I have DM requests, and then I have filtered DMs. Filtered DMs are essentially where they think that you're a bot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They thought I was?
Yeah. So you were in my filtered DMs, meaning I had to, like, actively go there.
Maybe because it was, like, only a few words.
And that's exactly what I think it was.
I'm a man of...
Very nothing. Yeah.
That's funny. So what local businesses or, like, places you guys like to go in town or whatever?
Absolutely. Well, first I need to give a huge shout out to the DeHaze Group. That's where I work in insurance.
Yeah.
We were voted Reader's Choice Insurance Agency of the Year, 4th year in a row. We win a ton of local awards. We do commercial, business, personal, all of it. And my bosses and owners are literally the most incredible people. So that is a local business that I support, love, and will always be. But I love our local restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ziffles. I love Dickie's. Our breakfast place. Like, I'm a breakfast girly.
Yeah.
So, like, the Blueberry Pancake House, Cosmos. Like, I'm obsessed with breakfast.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I love. And I love that we have, like, we have a local gay bar, which I think is really cool. We have After Dark. So I think that's awesome. I just like showing up for the community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Have you guys went to the what the brunch place in the Works house or what's
The Electric Works?
yeah,
I have
Electric
not
Works.
been. I
It's
haven't
good.
eaten anywhere in Electric Works yet. I've just kind
Yeah.
of walked through because I didn't have a bunch of time.
Yeah.
What they've done with that is
It's crazy.
insane.
It's nice.
I mean, how cool.
It's really nice.
We went from an abandoned building to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's, yeah, I don't know. There's so many things with like our area that's just.
I would agree, and I don't think
It's-
people like realize how much Fort Wayne has to offer. I mean,
Yeah.
I could sit here and be like every other person and be like, I want to move. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to be somewhere a little warmer? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you really think about it, I mean, we have a really cool melting pot of people and cultures that I think makes this place unique.
Mm-hmm.
And makes it a good place to live. Good place to raise a family and just grow, which is nice.
Yeah. Where do you get well, I guess now your ideas for like your content? I mean,
Like the content I'm posting now.
yeah.
I think it's coming from a place of since I've now shifted, and I've never called myself like a fitness influencer or
Right.
a life, like I don't know where I would put myself, but there was no one, at least that I saw, and it wasn't showing up for me, that was my body size, my age, that was struggling with those same things. So I felt like I wanted to be the person that I didn't have. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's where it started from, and really the inspiration now just comes from the things I say to myself to get through it. You know what I mean? Like, things are hard, shit's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day, you have to pick yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just now where it stems from.
I think it does help a lot of people like that have been following you that are been, wanting to get into shape or whatever, and you're showing them that you can do it.
Yeah. So I started my journey. There's a couple different places that say a couple different weights. The highest weight on any paper that I've read is 488 pounds. And you sit there and you think, like, there's no way that I weighed that much or that someone should weigh that much.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I weigh 346 pounds and I've lost, depending on what weight I use, 130 to 150 pounds, it just shows people that it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter where you start.
Where you start,
It
yeah.
does not matter. Like, I was genuinely, like, and it's like I could cry thinking about it, almost immobile. Like, I wasn't going on doing anything with my husband because it was uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it was important for me to show people that this shit is not easy. It's not even fun, but it's worth it.
Right.
So.
Started eating better a little bit first, or was it the...
It definitely started food-wise. I realized being on TikTok and having a platform the way that I did, I didn't realize how much social media was feeding into my food addiction. And at first I didn't even realize I had a food addiction. That's how crazy our minds are. Like, and you could look at me and be like, how the fuck did she not know? Good question. Good question. But I don't even know how to put it. It was just like a switch. You know what I mean? It was, I one day had to realize that I'm not in love with food. You know what I mean? And that sounds crazy, that food is to fuel you, not to be your friend. And I think that was like the first switch I had to make, was realize, like, as you know, as you've probably seen, I was diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah,
and that cancer.
Get to that. Yeah, a lot of people maybe
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so
that was another big.
It was 100% related to my weight. 100%. Like, you could go to my doctor and ask them, and they would tell you, yes, it's because she's fat. When you're fat and you're a woman, you overproduce
And that
estrogen.
was, yeah.
That was.
You're getting to it.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I'll explain the whole story. So, July 6th or July 5th, 2023, I was diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I went in. I've had some other health issues, brain stuff, so I had other surgeries, and things weren't right. So I went to my doctor, did some testing, and what do you know? I have cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're telling me all about this, they basically explained to me, women produce estrogen.
Mm-hmm.
When you're overweight, you produce more estrogen. Well, when you produce more estrogen, that makes abnormal cell growth, and that's how the cancer grew. Was from the overproduction of estrogen, which is 100% related to being fat. So when you have a platform completely dedicated to just being fat and living your life, you have to take a step back and realize, what the fuck did I just do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I truly did that to myself. Not that it couldn't have happened or wouldn't have happened, but when you sit back and look at the story, I mean, I wrote it myself and signed it and was surprised that it happened, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a huge wake-up call. All of the negative comments that I was getting of people telling me I was going to die before 40 were like, it was like almost reality for a little while.
Yeah.
Like, and not that I ever deserved any of those comments,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, they weren't lying. So it definitely started with, I had to fall out of love with food. Food isn't what I'm here for.
Did they take a biopsy?
Yeah. So they took a biopsy. Thankfully, it was stage 1, so very early. And I still am dealing with the repercussions of having cancer, and I still have to be monitored every 6 months. And I still have the atypia, which is the pre-cancer, but I put myself in remission by losing the first 100 pounds, which was incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the craziest story because you hear someone say, I got cancer because I'm fat, and you're like, shut the fuck up. No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You could go ask my doctor right now, and they would tell you that's the truth. So
yeah, it was just leading up because of that. It was just building.
It was just a melting pot of just a whole bunch of bad shit.
But not that you can't love food.
Absolutely.
It's just
there's
a lot of, because I mean, for the last 6 weeks, I think I've actually started eating better. The first 2 was like straight carnivore.
You.
I've lost 10.
Good for you.
But
I'm a little, I wouldn't say opposed to the carnivore. I'm just a little bit indifferent. I feel like our bodies need more than meat.
Yeah, I did the first 2 weeks and it was pretty.
It was rough. My mom made it like a month and a half.
Yeah.
And I mean, she lost a couple pounds. I think she lost like anywhere from like 10 to 15. I don't remember what it was. And she felt really good just because there's not all that extra crap that she was eating, like the flours and the wheats and stuff like that. But I just feel like our bodies need more than meat. We need substance. And I'm not a doctor, so don't ask me. But my qualifications
I'm just a little off of the carnivore, but pretty
just like a
sort of
modified.
close, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's still.
Are you liking it, or is it?
Yeah.
So you're eating just fucking butter?
No,
don't play me.
No, I don't. I don't put any butter in it at all.
Have you seen those fucking people?
Yeah.
They're like, let me eat a brown butter bite.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you don't want that.
Yeah. No, a lot of eggs. Yeah. So.
Egg ick over here.
Yeah.
I can eat eggs like once a month.
Eggs, and like turkey sausage.
No, I can get behind that. Turkey sausage. Every morning I drink my coffee and I have 4 pieces of turkey bacon.
Yep.
Like ritual since I've started this. So.
Sweet. So,
what's up?
You like breakfast, but how do you not like egg?
Well, listen, I don't know if it's just from like weight loss or what it is. I could ask him every weekend. I make, in my humble opinion, the greatest soft scrambled eggs. Like, Gordon Ramsay type shit. It's so good. I don't know if it's just because for a while I was eating egg whites in the morning with my turkey bacon. Something about that egg was too much of an egg. You know what I mean? That thing came from a chicken.
it was
Ugh.
it was like the soft.
Have you ever had a soft scrambled egg?
Yeah.
It's impeccable. I mean, this is what I mean by I love food. Like, I could describe it in detail to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. But, one day it just was... It's just like the chicken egg. Like, you realize it's really chicken. That thing was clucking around. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt.
Can we talk a little bit on the making money on TikTok?
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people think oh, that would be cool, and then they download CapCut or whatever the hell that and then they're like, wow, this takes a lot of...
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that
not exact numbers or anything.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, I would share my exact numbers. I don't care. That's making money off of social media is such a privilege that I feel like if you're not willing to share that, I mean, and I would tell you how much I make at my regular job. I don't know if that's just my generation and radical transparency, but yeah, I would share that. I think since I started on my old account, but you have to think, my old account, I wanted to be one of those great people who's like, I'll never sell out, I'll never make money on TikTok. Right. Then I realized, what the fuck am I doing? Am I just posting this shit for free? No.
What is it? So many likes on a video is what gets you the...
Now being in the creator rewards program, you have to have 10,000 followers, and I don't know if it's... There used to be a likes minimum that you had to have 100,000 likes or something to join. I know that you still have to have 10,000 followers or something like that, but essentially you get an RPM, a rate per million, which is the dollar amount that I make per 1,000 views on my video. I think my RPM right now is $1.27. So every 1,000 views, that's how much I make. But the video has to be over a minute long, and the viewer has to stay for at least 5 seconds. So there's a lot of stipulations on it. So in this last month, the next check I'm going to get, and you're going to be shocked and think, what do you mean? My next check will be $65. I just got the notification. But whereas this month, I had a couple really viral videos, my projected for this month is going to be a lot higher. It's going to be 600. So it really just depends on what kind of content you're posting and if you're meeting those standards. Most of my videos don't meet those standards. I don't have a minute worth of shit to talk about in one video. You know what I mean? And people who purposely, there are so many people now that will have a 45-second video, and then they just put a black clip with them talking over saying, hey, you guys know the drill.
Oh, really?
This is my last 45 seconds to get to the creator.
Oh, really? I've never seen that.
I see them all over the place. Yeah, they want to get that RPM. Really? And me personally, I'm not that smart. Right. I didn't think to put that at the end. But if you were thinking about starting social media, and I mean anyone listening, do it. Post. Yeah. I'm not any funnier than anyone else watching. It's just people decided to stay. You know what I mean? So I think that anyone can do it. It is a lot of work, and not in the sense of being an influencer is so hard, because it's not. The shit's easy. It does take some time. And all that it takes time. Yeah. It's tedious.
Once you get, I guess, used to it, maybe.
But now, I mean, even editing my What Did I Eat in a Day videos, ask him. I mean, I still take 45 minutes to edit, and then I have to do a voiceover. So, I mean, it's not like it's just, it's going to happen. Yeah. No. It really is if you want to do it, put in the effort. Yeah. So.
Sweet. What about any paid promotions or whatever, people sponsoring you or
so I
that
had
kind of stuff?
Really, really cool experience with Infinity Hoop, which was that weighted hoop. Yep. I was an affiliate with them, and I actually just recently ended the contract, and not because of anything bad. I just, honestly, I didn't want the responsibility, was the moral of it. But I think that affiliate programs, paid partnerships, those are all really, really cool. I'm just not offered a lot. One, genuinely, you can say what you want because of my size. I'm not the ideal model for an advertisement. And then two, my content just doesn't fit into a lot of niches that a product would be applicable for. But, I mean, if you have seen any of those videos on TikTok, I mean, someone with my following, I mean, they're charging $13,000, $14,000 for a video. I'm not kidding you. And then they'll get that. Or something, I mean,
What?
You should see the money that some of these people make with followings like mine. Not even that great. I mean, I'm not saying 200,000 people isn't a lot of people, because it is. But, I mean, and then you think the influencers that have millions of followers, I mean, paid promotions, like you see them, that stupid tummy tea that you see some of the girls, I don't remember what it was called, but there was an influencer, I think she had like 1.7 million. I think she made like $45,000 off that ad. Like, could you imagine? That's my salary.
Right.
On one video. I mean, okay, she probably posted more than one video, but off of a campaign. Could you imagine, like, life-changing money? That's what I mean by, like, if you want to post.
Right.
Like, it could lead somewhere so cool, but I turned down a lot.
But you gotta be cool.
Don't try to post if you're not fucking funny.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't do it. But I turned down a lot.
So the hula hoop, they found you from you using it, and they're like, okay, we could get down with this.
I didn't buy it. They reached out to me via email and was like, hey, you want to promote this? We see that you were, like, trying to lose weight.
Right.
So they reached out to me and they told me that they would, I could have a code and, like, put the thing on the video so I'd make commission. But then they'd pay me per video. I don't know if my contract says that I can't say the amount, but it was $80 per video. So it's not like it's, like, some crazy amount.
Every time you wore it
Every time I posted a video, I'd get $80 plus the commission that I made from selling the products. There was a couple months in there. I mean, that was how we were paying the bills sometimes. So I think that's really cool that social media gives you the opportunity to change your life.
And did you started using that before
your
new account?
No, I started that on this account.
The new account.
Yeah, so they had reached out to me. I think I was just over 100,000 followers when they reached out to me. So I was still, a small account, but I was appreciative that they wanted to work with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's important to be transparent about what we're making, just because I think there is such a real pay gap between men and women. I think there's a real pay gap between people of color and white people. I think there's just a lot of reasons that we need to be open and honest, even when it comes to social media. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lack of...
People don't want to say certain stuff.
Exactly. People don't want you to know how much they're making, and I just don't... Why? I know that seems, like, personal, but if someone else has the opportunity to change their life like you are, why wouldn't you want to share that?
Yeah.
Anyone I talk to, they're like, I wish I had the confidence to post. I wish I had X, Y, and Z to post. And I'm just do it. Same thing with, like, my weight loss. What's going on right now? I have so many people that are messaging me saying, how do I start? You just start. Just like my last post. It's either one day or it's day one. You get to decide what you do with your life. And I think we owe it to ourselves to live the happiest, healthiest life that we can. Maybe we get one.
It is hard to get started or whatever, because you're like...
Where do you start?
I mean, yeah.
It's
because you're just like...
so hard.
You're like, it's going to take forever or whatever.
Especially when I was in that boat at almost 500 pounds. You think about where you're starting to where you need to go. I mean, it's genuinely thinking about walking from here to Florida. Like, think about what you would need to do in order to prepare yourself to get down there and to make it. I mean, you get overwhelmed. It's scary.
After, like, your first week of, like, eating good and that kind of stuff, though, then it's like, oh, really?
No, I will be the first person to tell you I was pissed. I was like, what am I doing this for? Because that first week, you don't see any results. I mean, you feel a little better.
True.
But, I mean... It takes a month before you see something, before you notice your shirt's a little looser, or you do see a pound go down on the scale. It's not instant gratification, and I think that we as society expect that from everything. So when you start something so hard like a weight loss journey, where do you start? You know what I mean?
Everything is,
everything's
wants
overwhelming
it right now.
Yeah.
So where are you on your fitness journey, and, like, how far are you wanting to go?
So, like I said, I've lost, depending on, doctors weigh differently. You know how things go. So, depending on what number I use, let's say 140 pounds I've lost so far. That puts me at around 345, 346. I know BMIs don't matter, and they're so... It's like a credit score. Fuck that. You know what I mean? It's so annoying.
I'm way over mine.
And look how much different your body is than me. So now be in my shoes and go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Doesn't
how
matter
tall are
what
you?
it is. I'm 5'7".
Okay, yeah, I'm 5'9".
So I think if you were to do the BMI calculator, I couldn't even tell you what it
I'm
is.
5'9",
Uh-huh.
and I'm supposed to be like I think like 160 pounds or something.
That's crazy.
No, we're close.
So if I had to put a number goal, which
Yeah.
that's so hard and honestly kind of scary to think about, the goal that I'm aiming for is 180 pounds. And the only reason that I picked that number and that goal was because that was the number that my oncologist gave me in order to start trying to have kids. And that's like when I first got sick and everything and had cancer, they basically told me I couldn't have kids. And it was so hard, especially to come home and tell your husband, who wants kids more than anything, to say, hey, sorry, I'm too fat. Literally. So that is how I picked that number. She was like, once we get there, we're really close to a normal BMI. We can start looking at things like family planning. So that's where I came up with that number. I didn't just like, that's where I want to be. So it's definitely a goal, and I'm at 346 pounds now, so I think I still have 145 pounds to go.
You got it.
But when you think about that, I have to lose everything that I just lost again.
Yeah.
Like, that's so...
Yeah.
I know it's plausible, and I'm going to do it. Mark my words. You're going to come back to this video, and you're going to see that I did it. But it's discouraging to think that you have everything that you just did, you need to do it again. But I'll definitely get there.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
I know you will. Little bit on mental health. What I think it was not your last video, but the one that it was your second to the last one. You and your dog or whatever. Walking your dog and that kind of stuff in the trails.
Changing my mindset.
Yeah, that
the body positive.
Feel a lot better than sitting in the house.
It's the way that my life has changed, even just over the last 2.5 months that I've been walking. My entire mindset is different. You don't realize, like, our bodies are meant to move, so when they don't, like, it's not happy. But I definitely went from someone who was in the so-called body positive community where you need to love yourself at every stage of your life. No matter what you look like, you're beautiful. And all of that is so completely true. I think it's so important to love yourself no matter what you look like, because you can only get better by loving yourself. But I think there's something so important to realizing that we are never the best version of ourselves. And when we decide that we're the best versions of ourselves, that's when we stop growing. And so I think it genuinely took me realizing that I was worth being uncomfortable for a couple hours a day or however long I decide to work out, and I felt better in that hour of uncomfort than I ever felt sitting down to record a mukbang. Ever. I mean, and I would be excited to record those videos because I knew they were going to do well. Who doesn't love to watch a fat bitch eat something good? Like, those videos do good.
Yeah, they do.
No matter what you say.
Yeah.
So I was always so excited because I knew I'm going to get 100,000 views. Don't matter. But then you sit back and you realize I ruined my life over. I mean, that course from 2020 to 2022, like that first year I started, I gained 100 pounds in a year just by being on social media. And I had no clue. Didn't even think twice about it until one of our family members actually said something. Which, first of all, why would you say anything? But I'm glad they did. You don't realize what you do to yourself until you're on the negative receiving side of it and realize, oh fuck, what am I going to do? So mental health for me in this weight loss journey, obviously physical health, I needed to fix it. But this 100% has been more mental health than anything. Like I said, those comments of people telling me that I was going to die before 40, you don't think that they're real until you have to go to the hospital because you've convinced yourself that you're going to have a heart attack. I was never like that until social media. I blame my mental health, like the issues I have, 100% on social media. It can be so detrimental, but at the same time, it can be the greatest and coolest place ever. So I think it's a really fine line between getting sucked into it and just allowing yourself to have fun. And I'm definitely I allow myself to scroll. Like I said, I read all the fucking comments, even though I shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I have definitely learned to just take a step back. Like this, not that it's a better alternative, but watching TV versus being on social media or reading a book, going on a walk. Like, every free moment we have doesn't need to be spent scrolling. And I think that TikTok has made it so easy to do it. I mean, if you look at your screen time, which most people don't, you don't want to.
No,
it's embarrassing. Like, So there's a part of me that's very sad.
How do I even... I forget. How do I even get to that?
If you just scroll down on your phone and type screen time, you can pull it up. So my daily average...
Do you know how to use an Android?
This is why you didn't text me. You knew I would have made fun of them green bubbles.
Hang on. Device control.
I have no idea how to do it on Android. You got an Android over there too, huh?
Adam, how you do that?
I don't like an iPhone.
Do you have to go to settings?
We're a house divided.
If this phone asked me for a blood sacrifice every time I opened it, like a diabetic prick, I would do it. I would never have an Android.
Really?
Ever.
That's what I've always had, so...
This is embarrassing. 6 hours daily.
That was 6 hours today you were
That's
on?
my average.
Oh.
There's days that are over that.
Do you find that?
I mean, that's embarrassing.
I know I've seen it before or something. I've clicked on something and it popped up.
I get a report every week that tells me where I was at. Yep.
Shit.
How to pull screen time on a broke Android.
So let's type in screen time.
Oh, they think I mean like literally broke? No. It's working just fine. Open your device settings, tap the digital well-being and parental controls.
Hang on. Settings.
And then digital well-being and parental controls.
Okay.
And then it should be there. Do you see it?
Yeah.
What is it? See, mine's even worse than yours.
That's today though?
Yeah.
That's today.
What's your daily average?
That was today though. That's not the average of what.
Oh, here, let me pull mine today.
Oh,
my daily is shorter than yours, so I feel better. 3 hours.
3 hours. That's on social media?
That's being on my phone today. So that's social media, that's texting, that's music, YouTube, Facebook, messages, Instagram. That's being on my phone.
Mine's showing social.
Oh, so you've been on even longer than that.
Social's been at 3 hours and 26 minutes.
Isn't that crazy?
And video, like I've watched 55 minutes of YouTube today.
I think it said I'd watched 33 minutes of YouTube today. Nope, 16. But I do watch my YouTube.
I think an hour and 18 minutes was TikTok.
Can you believe that you spent, 78 minutes of your life? You'll never get back.
Yeah.
Mindlessly. Like, I love social media. Clearly, I'm on it. But my brain hurts thinking that, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, let's go outside and touch some grass.
See, and that's why he doesn't have it.
Let's touch some grass. But at the same time, you're missing out. I mean, I'm funny. Like, truly.
She is.
Really, truly. Even if you just downloaded it for me, and you have a wife, right? I bet you she follows me.
She doesn't have it either.
She better get on it. Because now I'm mad. We support girls around here.
Yeah. So,
What do you think of the ban coming?
What ban coming?
The TikTok ban. If they don't sell to
Yeah.
US-based
Oh,
companies-
ban. I thought you said band. I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
BAND.
I'm a little indifferent. I thought the first time they talked about it in 2021 or whatever.
You're like, fuck that.
Who the fuck's taking my TikTok?
Right.
I think not.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, guys, is this probably a good thing? Like, truly, it's probably a good thing. Not that I care about my data being sold at all, because guess what? Take it. I really don't care. If we're talking the political side of why TikTok's being banned.
Like the Chinese taking
taking our information.
Taking my pictures and all that.
My face, they have to scan. Take it. I mean, there's not much to have, but take it. I genuinely think it's a good idea because, like I just said, we all need to go outside. Mm-hmm. We need to our lives do not revolve around social media. They don't revolve around other people's opinions. None of that stuff matters at all. And I wish more people who wish they were in my shoes realize that I would give anything to go back to before TikTok. If I could do anything over. And I know that sounds awful because I don't have any regrets. But if I could go back and not start social media, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Right.
From the way that it's changed my life. For the worst. But it has done some incredible things.
Yeah, I think with all of that, though, where you're at now, I think that's sort of what started your,
Absolutely.
Your getting healthy and...
I would agree.
And your mental health.
But at the same time, would I have gone through those struggles of gaining 100 pounds in a year if I would have never, I guess, cared or not, because you do it for views. I mean, let's be honest. You do it for the views. Mm-hmm. It's so validating to see that little K next to your video count. Mm-hmm. I mean, that feels fucking good. It must be nice. It's pretty good, let me tell you. It's great. It feels pretty nice.
I think I get 200 views, maybe, I think.
I mean...
So,
I get a little
I'm pretty
more
cool.
Than that, but
I'm pretty cool.
It's extremely validating to see multiple thousands of hundreds of thousands to even millions of people watching and consuming what you have to post. But at the same time, I think we need to turn around and realize, why are we seeking that validation to begin with? Mm-hmm. That's weird. That we even crave that validation. Because at the end of the day, this is what matters. You know what I mean? Your core matters. So I just think it's interesting.
It's like being famous.
But at the same time,
being famous, but not like movie star famous.
No, exactly.
Or whatever, but on a different.
But that's
level.
Such an unattainable goal that's even before social media was a thing, and more towards your age when they were the things in the magazine. You're older than me. Don't play.
Right. But you don't even. You act like I'm a dinosaur or something to you.
How old do you think I am?
You already said it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, you're right. Okay. You're at least 15 years older than me.
No.
You're not? I totally... Take that out.
What is it? Just
because of my... No, I thought you were so much older than me. Because
is that my voice? Or...
Yes. You
a lot of people
like 40.
Sounds like I'm...
And I don't mean that...
A lot of people say, where are you from?
I had to ask James that. Uh-huh. I was like, he's not from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was born at...
No way!
I was born at Lutheran in Fort Wayne. The old one that they tore down.
That is crazy. Uh-huh. And I think it's because the demeanor about you. You have a very calm, collected... demeanor that I think just makes you seem more mature. So I didn't mean that in a bad... Well, maybe I did mean it in a bad way. You'll never know.
I'll be 35 this May.
Okay, so you're 11 years older than me. Mm-hmm. So...
close, but...
You did have the...
1990. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I knew. My brother was born that year, so I actually knew. But you had you get your influence from magazine and TV. We didn't get that. That's what I mean by it. We weren't trying to recreate that validation in such a real way that we are now. Genuinely, I can tell you, I'm trying to be like those people that have millions of followers and real celebrities just because that's the goal that's put in front of you. Mm-hmm. So I just meant where do we seek that validation from? I know people are famous, but I feel like social media has just made it such an unattainable, that's just everyone's goal. You want to make it. Mm-hmm. And for what? You know what I mean? I think that's my issue with it. That's why I'm I think maybe it's a good idea. But at the same time, if we ban TikTok, we're just going somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think that's where everybody's starting to head towards YouTube.
I would agree 100%.
I've been seeing a bunch of people saying, go over there or whatever, because, it's coming.
There was what was the app they made like last year or 2 years ago that was supposed to be like TikTok? Everyone downloaded it and then it didn't go anywhere. I don't remember what it was,
I don't know.
I don't think anything will ever be TikTok because I don't even think the people that made TikTok expected it to be what it is. I mean, that is the most downloaded app ever. So, I don't think anything will ever surpass it, but I do think we'll just move, but I think it's a good idea for all of us to just take a step back and realize why are we so worried it's going to get banned?
Yeah, we need a little break from it, maybe.
I never
give us a few
understood-
months of a break or something, maybe.
And I never understood those influencers that, like, they'd post this, like, in-depth video of, like, I'm taking a step back. Now, I get it. Like, if I was to just go ghost and not post for, like, 2 months, I get, like, real DMs of people wondering if I'm, like, alive. So I get, like, now people really having to, like, preface, like, guys, I need a mental health break because it's crazy. The things... If you'd go through my DMs, you'd be like, how are you still doing this? The shit that people say.
Yeah, there ain't no way I'd be able to go through all them. I'm weird. I don't really check all that.
You don't even check your own?
Well, I don't even get that many, so I don't get any DMs. I get, like, followers that are definitely bots or something.
Like, at any point in time. And it's,
Like
it's so frustrating. But it's great. It just says 99 plus. Just all the time.
Oh, okay.
99 plus on followers. And then 99 plus on
and
activity.
somehow I got through and got in the DMs.
And see, this is like the primary tab. There's a secondary tab, and then there's a request.
And I was in there.
You were all the way back there. And right now there's 128 of them sitting in there.
Okay.
And you made it through. But you see the word podcast and you're like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your wheels start turning.
Like, this dude's pretty cool.
Well, don't do too much. No.
So there's somebody else that I want to get on. That's it's a Jackson thing. He's in Columbia City.
That little boy
yes.
that does the tractors.
Yes, I want him
He
on
is
here so bad.
So if you have him on here, you gotta let me know because I want to meet him. He's so cute.
I think it was 2 weeks ago. He was at the CMAs.
No.
Yes, he did a skit with Luke Bryan.
I just love when he puts his little suspenders on and he got his hands in his pocket and he's like, yep, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
You definitely should reach out to him.
I've talked a little bit to his mom. So trying. I know he's been on cool. He's been on a lot of podcasts already, and
I mean, if Ellen was still a thing, he'd be there.
John Deere, like, I think sponsors him. It's like some real deal.
And he's not older than like 9. Could you imagine your life?
He's like 7 or 8, maybe. But he knows everything farming. Any kind of tractor. It's so crazy.
Which is...
The kids these days are smart. I mean...
Some of them.
Some. I mean...
Some. I do agree, though. I feel like... I don't know if it was just COVID that just kind of made everyone mature faster. But I do agree. There's some of those kids, like even my nieces, I'm like... Why are you talking to me in a full sentence? Like, you're 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He does. He seems so knowledgeable.
Words and...
I could never care that much about a tractor. But good for him. What's his name? Jackson.
Yeah. I'm trying. I actually need to probably check my emails because I talked to her a little bit on TikTok and then she told me to email her or whatever. So
it's a good thing you didn't email me.
I don't really email.
I have my business email. I did have my business email on my TikTok. I couldn't tell you the last time I checked it. So sorry if you've reached out to me. I'm not looking at it. It's just too much. Like, you already have to keep track of the social media and the email. Yeah. I think not.
Yeah. So let me keep rolling here. I'm going to turn the TV back on and we're going to Just go over a few things.
Okay.
Another thing while we're getting this ready. Let's see here. Today I saw that.
15% battery.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Today I saw on the news that they're changing the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo to the Fort Wayne Zoo. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is super weird.
Yeah.
We actually insure them at my job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's really cool.
That's a lot.
Just as you'd think, but there are some really
I can't even think.
Really cool people and really great people that work there. So I don't really I wouldn't say I have like an opinion on it, but I do think it's a little bit weird. Why are we taking children's out of it?
Yeah.
So just going to the Fort Wayne Zoo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you guys see that crazy police chase today?
He was just telling me about it.
It was Colton, my husband, has 100% gotten me into Nosy Neighbors Fort Wayne. Are you on that Facebook page? You have to join. It really truly is the nosiest of neighbors. They're posting everything that happens. When I tell you, I feel like I watched that happen live because there was so many videos of it happening that it's insane.
I saw a little video of it, but okay, let's do this here. See if I can do this right. There we go. What do we have? 10 on that camera, you said?
10%.
Okay.
So you got 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll be speedy.
Well, we can, whatever. So, this is the one kid that I was talking about.
Stop talking, let's eat.
Well, first of all, did he get Raisin Canes from Fort Wayne?
Yes. Yeah. So this is I would like to get this kid on the podcast too. He's out of Fort Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. I know what he's talking about. That sauce.
So 205,000 followers with 5.6 million likes.
Is it G-Lo?
Yeah.
G-Lo Eats? Hey,
Dude,
G-Lo.
everyone knows the bread is the best part.
That's literally the best part. I know that was a good bite.
Yeah. I love...
Yeah, he needs to come on.
And I think the thing is... I would even like to, like, even with you on with him, because it's like...
I would love to do a mukbang.
I want to get on this.
How fun would that
be?
be?
Do that.
Because don't get me wrong, it doesn't matter how much I am changing
how I can,
my life with food and eating.
Get to his,
I'm going to eat a good meal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's something about, watching somebody eat is like, I don't know.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I think.
But yeah, he's got a lot of videos. I don't know why they're not showing the views or whatever.
I got the bulk of breakfast.
It's not showing the likes or any of that kind of stuff.
No, but he's got 8,200 comments, so I know he's at least 4 times that in likes.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
And that was a good crunch.
But he's eating all kinds of food.
But then at the same time, I sit here and think, like I just went through this myself. Right. My heart almost hurts. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because you know.
Exactly. And you just saw that comment. The first comment was, now try skipping breakfast.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that you see when you see that media. So it's hard. But.
Okay.
I can swap the battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we drained the battery. That's how much I love to talk.
Well, it's just because my camera's a piece of shit. So.
You don't even understand my love for food until it causes you to have something like cancer. Then it really just changes. You can't look at it the same way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which sucks, but...
Yeah, a guy I work with, his son, was it last week? They went to Cleveland Clinic, and he's got a stage 3 tumor.
That's crazy.
So
as you're talking to me right now, I also have a brain tumor. His name's Hermie. He's inoperable. He's
was that the
benign.
cancer?
Nope, this is completely benign.
I found that.
So if your brain's like this, my tumor's right here in my pineal gland, right in the center.
Okay.
So it's inoperable because the surgery's too risky. So they were able to get a small biopsy of it, but even my doctor's like, we could never really rule out cancer because we could only get such a small biopsy. But I also have what's called hydrocephalus, so my spinal fluid doesn't drain. So I have a brain shunt that goes down to kind of by my heart. That's what started all my like medical stuff. But isn't that so weird to think like you're talking to me and I got a brain tumor? So watch yourself.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, I just saw this girl maybe 2 days ago or something. She is, I'm gonna say she's copying you.
Okay.
So we're just gonna get to this.
Okay.
Nope. Right here.
What I eat in a day as a fatty who works from home and sits on my butt all day. Good morning. We're having cookie quiz. Non-fat milk. Balance.
That's exactly what I would say.
Breakfast number 2.
I don't know why she has the headphones on, but
She said she was working from home.
I know, but when I eat, I can't have things on my ears when I'm eating.
I made a Red Bull. It's sugar-free raspberry and sugar-free vanilla.
Ooh, that looks good. A ham and cheese.
Daily Poppy.
Not really on a croissant, though. I'm not
Oh,
a
don't
croissant
even try to
person.
slander a croissant.
I'm not really on
We got
croissant.
wing stop again. Got me some little corns too. Can't forget the Diet Coke.
But see, that's sort of the thing, too, is like we're really not supposed to eat like that many times a day.
I would never judge someone for doing the exact same thing that I did.
What I eat in a day as a
But,
fatty who works from home
and I can't even say she's copying me because
non-fat.
There we go.
I can't even say she's copying me because at the same time, I mean, how much creative freedom can you really have on shoving your face full of food? You know what I'm saying? I do think that you can.
You know, the first thing she said, though.
What I eat in a day is a fatty.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's you.
Absolutely, and there was
there
was a couple content creators that actually used my exact wordage. What I eat in a day is a fat bitch.
And then what's the other? I mean, there's a lot of people that want to hear it.
I drink water because I'm skinny.
Yes.
Every single time. There's literally people that, like, when I'm in public with my mom, they've been like, will you say it? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And say what? Because I want to play stupid, because no, I don't want to say that. Yeah. Honestly, it started as a fucking joke, and I'm mad I ever did it. I'm not even going to lie, because every time I do it now, I almost feel silly, because I feel like people are making fun of me, and then I realize they really just want to do it. But it's tried and true. It's a simple modern every time. Mm-hmm. This water bottle.
I just feel like you should have, like, copyrighted that or something.
I probably should have. And I almost came out with merch that said it. Almost. I was so
We gotta make this happen.
I was so close to doing it. And I even had...
I might have to get with John. We're gonna have to...
See, and that's what I would love. I would love someone local. Oh. I was working with...
This is...
someone in California.
Your t-shirt. He's the one that... Yeah.
Which we'll just hold it up for everyone. Yeah. Look how nice these are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we definitely need to. I had ones that had a little donut on it and it had a bite taken out of it. And it said, because I'm skinny. Mm-hmm. And then I had one that was a mac sauce cup that had, like, the ingredients. But it was, like, the ingredients were, like, bagel and salami, thin thoughts. Like, it was just, like, things I made up.
I think like... Maybe, like, even, like, the Jordyn show, and then, like, on the back, like, a big tumbler, and then says, you know, because I'm skinny.
How fun. I almost did it, but at the same time, there is something so... You care too much. Like, what if people didn't buy it? Like, how silly would I feel?
Nobody's buying my stuff.
I know.
Everybody just wants it, though, but they're
not buying it.
Right. But
I know, but I feel like everyone wants to be that influencer that makes merch, and I just didn't know if I wanted to be that person.
Right. Well, let me show you this other one that I found yesterday, I think it was.
Oh my gosh! He's hanging out.
Oh my god, is it a raccoon?
Yeah.
Not all the way down.
Oh my god, how did he get stuck there?
Oh my god!
It's a trash panda.
He's hanging out.
Oh, but he's so cute.
Yeah.
Stop, I love animals.
I cannot believe he,
and he's still on there as, like, they're
Yeah.
driving down the highway.
yeah. He was holding on.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
don't look at that number.
No, but listen, we gotta work on the bio. You gotta get a bio.
Yeah, but I'm not like, I'm
But
not
why not?
cool like you.
Why aren't
so
we posting, why aren't you posting little snippets of each show on TikTok?
I think I have.
You should keep going.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah, I'm just not.
You know what I mean? I do this, I'm really bad about it, so don't take my advice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll post for like a week straight, and then I just won't post for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're actively trying to like grow an account, that doesn't work.
That's like how the podcast has been.
Mm-hmm.
I'll knock out like 2, and then he'll get them edited, and then it'll be like...
That's good enough. We did
And
it.
then I'm like...
You feel
I'm
accomplished?
doing a lot of other stuff. And,
Absolutely. Especially when this is like leisure, though.
yeah.
It's kind of hard to like feel like you have to do it.
Right.
You know, you only want to do this
I've
when you want
got
to.
a bunch of people that I want to.
Uh-huh.
There's another guy in the group. I'm probably not even going to be able to find his... no, actually, yes. He is, I think, the stealth build. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Is it Sam Kimmel?
Yeah.
I forget his.
The stealth
Just
build or
enter.
stealth build? Yep, yeah, there we go. I think I'm actually in this video. So he is building the body kit and all this stuff, and I'm gonna have him on soon, hopefully. But yeah, he's doing
And those
all
are
that.
his cars?
No, them are
Oh.
just ideas for
Okay.
his.
I'm so confused.
But let me see here. So
So you guys are car people. Answer this.
Yeah.
Riddle me this. My car, I have a newer car. I have a 2023 Toyota RAV4. Okay? Riddle me this. Do we think that putting a remote start in that car would void the warranty?
Yes.
I really want a remote start. Why does my 2023 not have a remote start?
even if you had the dealership do it.
Oh, that sounds like a lot. I wouldn't do all
It would have
that.
had to have been a factory option. They could install it and the warranty would cover.
Right.
But what if I
So yours
waive
is
the
a
warranty?
2023.
What if I waive the
How
warranty
much
on the
longer?
remote start?
How much longer do you have?
Was the warranty the life of the loan?
That's what you told me.
I'm pretty sure it's the life of the loan, so 4.5 years. And why does my 2023 not have remote start?
I say just go for it.
It's an option from Toyota.
I don't think you're gonna have any problems with that. So,
I'm a little nervy. know what I'm
well,
saying?
I guess I haven't rode with you, so.
Well, don't start. I'm an excellent driver. If you ask him, I'd kill someone. But he drives like a fucking idiot, so let's not ask him his opinion.
Yeah.
But if you ever need car insurance for that, you know to
I'm
call.
actually talking to James.
James. Well, then, as long as it's going to the agency.
About,
Good people there.
About the, because I'm planning on buying a dump truck, so.
For what? Like for work?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on my own.
So are you with a company? Are you driving truck with a company now?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Not dump truck, a roll off.
Okay. Do you like it? Or is it just like...
Yeah. I mean, I like doing it. I think It's just time.
So are
To do
you
my
wanting
own
to
thing.
be like an LLC where you hire multiple people and it's just
Eventually.
you?
Eventually, it's just me at the beginning.
Well, yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. I mean, I think you should.
Yeah. I'm
There's always room.
gonna go for it. So.
It's gonna be hard. I mean, where do you start though with business in that?
Yeah, you just.
Like it's word of mouth. I feel like.
Yeah, that. I've got a few connections, but yeah.
I guess you're just well connected. I get it. I'm not originally from here, so I feel like.
Yeah, we're.
So I'm from Ohio originally.
Okay, what part?
I grew up in Findlay, so a little bit north of or south of Toledo. About 45 minutes.
Yeah.
If you know where Lima is,
Nope.
20 minutes north of Lima.
Okay.
South. I don't know my directions.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
The people that I work for, they have a steel mill over in Delta.
Okay. Yeah, I know where Delta's at.
Yeah, so we have a scrapyard and a steel mill right there. So I go over there quite a bit.
Oh, so you go over. I was like, you don't have to drive there every day, do
you? Sometimes.
Ooh.
I was over, today I was over in Spencerville, Ohio.
Not Indiana.
Yeah, Spencerville, Ohio.
Where's
I
that?
went there, like south of Van Wert.
Oh, okay. So it's not that, like 45 minutes?
Hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, I'm off. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, but just thinking about you starting your own, like, at the trucking business like that, that's a hard place to get in when you don't have connections, but you seem pretty, you know what's going on. So that's exciting. Yeah. See, I insure that stuff and they send me, like, the VINs and all of that.
I've heard from a few people, no, I'm not buying a brand new truck.
I just mean just what they cost.
Right. A lot of the guys, a lot of places in town have them newer trucks and like leased because people beat the shit out of their equipment.
Absolutely,
That's why they.
The claims.
Yeah.
The claims.
Mm-hmm.
People are idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Like you think you know.
That's
idiocy.
why I don't need like a $300,000 truck.
They send in these 2025 Mack dumps that they just picked up, and I have to run the VIN to get the cost new, and they're $300,000. And then guess what? I get a claim in 2 weeks, and I'm like, are you really sure that you want to turn this in? Yeah, insurance will make you realize how stupid people are. But I love working in it.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to ask you a little more. Like, I think it's like maybe 5,000. How much to insure for like a year? I guess. Do you like?
They're definitely not. It's
rough guesstimate.
I would love to be like dump trucks. We see like this much, but commercial insurance is so different than like your personal auto policy because it's based on like the exposure. So being a dump truck driver, you're on the road more. Mm-hmm. You're hauling things that can fall out of your truck, fly on someone else. So your exposure is just higher. Mm-hmm. Ergo, we're charging you more money because guess what? You're probably going to have a claim. Mm-hmm. That's just how it goes. And I know it's shitty, but you have to think, do you want to pay your $1,000 deductible or do you want to pay the $75,000 worth of damage that you did to the car behind you, your car, and then the street sign that you hit? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'd love to be like, we're looking at like 5,000 to 7,000, but really it just depends on the carrier and how they rate it. But insurance is really cool. I know that sounds so nerdy, but just today we had an Excel class. Who would have thought I would have been excited for an Excel class? Yeah. Like, I learned how to format cells. Who cares about that? Me. It was great.
Well, that's awesome that you love your job.
A
lot of people don't.
If you don't like your job, change it. Mm-hmm. This life is too fucking short. Mm-hmm. Way too short. I don't care if anyone's like, a job is just a means to make money. No. This life is too short to do anything other than what makes you happy.
I've stopped a lot of jobs because And
it sucks to be one of those like habitual job jumpers, but I mean, fuck, if you're miserable. Sometimes I get you gotta suck it up. You know, we have those people in our lives that are like, you really just can't hold a job. Like, it's you. It's the problem, you know what I mean? Yeah. But
so now that we're towards the end here, let's get on just a real quick over, like, because people also want to get into this because of the money.
Uh-huh.
The schmonly schmans.
The schmonly schmans.
Like, makes more than the TikTok.
My husband and I were both able to buy brand new cars and a house with that money. If that tells you how much we made.
Okay.
That is very lucrative.
Because there's a lot of people that have been,
But I have to preface this. If you, and this is going to sound so shitty, please don't take it that way. If you are regular Sally at home and you think that you're going to be able to post whatever you got going on and just make money, you have to have a following. So for me, it was very easy to direct those 600,000 people that I had watching me to go watch me be inappropriate. Like, that was very easy sell. So if you go on and do it, I mean, not that a regular person can't do it, because obviously you can, but it's very hard. So when people ask me, they're like, how did you get started? I already had a following. Like, it was almost stupid for me not to do it.
Right.
And now, being on the other side, I'm thankful that we're not doing it anymore.
Right.
Very thankful that I'm out of that phase of my life, but I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you I wasn't eternally grateful for that money and what it did for my life. Eternally grateful. So it can make you some money. And I mean, if you go on and you watch some of these podcasts, I mean, Tara's World on TikTok, I don't know if you know who she is. She's a blonde girl who lives in LA, so the ideal market. And she makes $300,000 a month off of that site. I mean,
Yeah. Well, there's a few more
that
a week make a couple million easy.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
First of all, being that desirable, let's just talk about that, because that's crazy that many people want to see them do the deed. That's crazy to me.
Or not even that.
But you have to think, okay, people.
A lot of them
people
just
want to say
bra and panties or whatever.
Do you know?
Well, I'm just saying.
No, and you're absolutely right. There's some people that don't. It's almost like what some girls post on their Instagram.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There is 100%. There's a
they've...
lot of people that don't go that deep, but there's a lot of people that do, and a lot of the celebrities, influencers that you and I watch every day. I mean, you would be surprised at who's getting down on the OnlyFans, but good for them. In my personal perspective is it is almost 2025. We're not slut shaming someone. Sex work is real work. So I think it's very important that, because at the end of the day, it is not going away. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Everyone,
it won't.
as an American over 18, it's not, really anyone over 18, it's not going away. So I think it's very real that, and it's a good thing that they're being paid for that work, because it's real work. But it ain't for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane.
Right.
Is how I feel about it.
Yeah. Well, now that people know that they can buy a house and all that kind of stuff.
For sure.
No, but I'm glad that you answered my DM.
Me too.
We'll have to do
so
another
fun.
one and do like a mukbang.
Yes.
On like one of our cheat days.
Absolutely. Well, really, I don't schedule my cheat days. They just happen.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But definitely.
Usually mine are on the weekend.
And that's so crazy to me, because I think weekends are easier to stick to plan. 100%.
Really?
When I don't have to, I'm not stressed about work and, fitting time in to eat. I think being at home on the weekend, I'm more accountable.
Yeah.
I work out twice on the weekends every day, so I work out 4 times on the weekend. Just for me, it's way easier to stick to a schedule. You have no interruptions. What excuse do you have to not get your shit done? Because everything you schedule on the weekend is, you scheduled it. You know what I mean? Make that time for yourself. I know it doesn't always work out, and people have kids and shit like that, but...
Yeah, usually during the week, though, I'm more scheduled.
And that's how most people are, but for me...
On the weekend, it's time to unwind and...
Me, I'm the opposite. I'm like, you have no excuse. You're not stressed because you're not at work.
Yeah. You
have nothing on your schedule. What excuse do I have? But I totally get the weekend's relaxing. You want to eat what you want. You want to lay in bed. I get that. But
yeah.
I think weekends are...
Well, we'll have to do another one sometime soon.
No, we definitely will. I appreciate you having me. It's been very cool.
Yeah?
It's insane that you do this. Like, you've done
Really?
multiple episodes.
Yeah.
I can't commit to anything. So, first of all, you're lucky I'm here.
I don't know. You commit to making videos like every few days.
That's the key. Every few days.
Yeah, that's the same thing here.
That's true. But this takes, like, a lot of effort. Like, someone has to come over.
Yeah, my camera guy, he's the best.
You did great.
Camera editing, all that kind of stuff, because I'm not. I tried editing, and it's just like.
Not technologically inclined.
No, I'm like hands-on or, whatever.
Okay, perfect.
I'll put all your links.
Yes, please.
And all that, but I mean,
It's
you'll have
apt.
to do the same because your
Absolutely.
following's a lot more.
Absolutely. I think it's important that we just continue to show up for each other, everyone in our community. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You only get as far as the people around you are willing to push you. So I think it's important. But thank you again for having me.
Yeah, the TikTok is at
the Jordyn Show, but the O in show is a 0. My Instagram, I believe, is the same thing. It's at the Jordyn Show. Go follow me there. I'm definitely funnier on TikTok though. So.
Yes.
Excellent.
And what's your other one that you like to say? I love you.
I love you so
Yes.
much. You are so loved, and you're worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's so important to tell people you love them.
Yeah.
And make it weird. Do you know what I mean? I'm one of those people. I tell it doesn't matter who you are.
Right.
Until you give me a reason not to, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thanks everybody watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
That was so good!
Thank you for coming over.